Hello guys, this is Chirodip once again and you're watching Code Java tutorial series. This is the part 11 of this series, and in this tutorial we're gonna learn about the uses of this statement in Java. So why we require this statement? As because in order to use more than one constructor while creating an object for initialization non-static member of your class, we require this statement. So how does it simplify actually? Let's have a look in this program. We're gonna understand what is actually it's doing it. So I have defined one class over here, that is class A, and I have defined one integer variable I as a global variable. Now I'm defining one constructor over here, that is a default constructor, and I'm printing A from the default constructor, and I'm having another constructor and which is catching a integer type variable, and I'm just writing this over here. This is the statement of this. So this as a method I'm just writing, and what will happen you will understand while running the program. And again I have written system.out.println a int. Now from the main method I'm just creating one object over here, a1 equals to new a, and then a delimiter. Then I'm again creating an object a2 equals to new a, and then the delimiter, and then I'm printing a1 dot I comma a1 a2 dot I. Now if we run this program, you will get the output as this a00. So why it is coming like this? Now I have given the output over here, and while creating the object of a1 equals to new a, so the default constructor will be called and it will print a. Now while creating a2 new a, the default constructor again will be called and will give output as a, and it will print a1.i as 0 as a default value, and a2.i also as a 0 as a default value. Now if we slightly change this program, what will happen? So I have changed this program, the previous one, into this a little bit change. What I have changed? I have changed while creating the second object of this big class. I have given one argument over here 10, so that this method get called from our main method. So while calling this method, the first statement of this method is this. So this statement, this particular statement will call the default constructor of your class. Why? Because you are supplying this as a statement, and you are calling the method which is having no value, which is not having any sort of value that will be initialized. So in our class, which the method which is having no value to get initialized, that is the default constructor. Now default constructor will be get called from this particular statement, this open parenthesis and closing parenthesis, then we print b int. Now if we run this program, you will get the output as b. So why? Because b a1 equals to new b. So because new b will be called, default constructor will be called, and you will get the output as b. And now if we call the second time, and the second integer which is catching the second function of your class, and which is catching one integer, so it will get initialized by 10, and it will call this method. So default constructor will be called, and you will get the output as b first, then the output of this particular method, that is b int. So you will get b int. Now a1.i equals to will be 0, and a2.i equals to also be 0. Now this is the formal introduction of your this statement. Now we will be moving a little bit complex uses of this statement, and you will get to know you will get clearer about this statement while using this in your Java program. Now coming back to this program, it's a little big program, but this is very easy program. Now look carefully what is happening over here. I have defined one integer variable, that is I, and I have defined one double variable, that is j, and I have defined one constructor, default constructor, one integer constructor, one double constructor, and one constructor that is catching first integer then double, and another constructor that is catching first double then integer. Now in the default constructor, what is happening? I am printing C default, and I am initializing I as 10 and j as 30.98. In the integer constructor, I am calling this, so this will call this particular, which is having no argument. So this will call this method, and system.out.println equals to cint. So I will be getting initialized by m, which is catching this value. And from the double constructor, which is getting a double element, we will call this 10. So this will call this particular statement will call the method which is having one integer variable, which is catching one integer variable. So this method will be called from this. So it will get initialized then, and after that it will again call this. So it will again call the default constructor. So this is a chaining process actually, nothing else, and I am printing C double and j will be initialized by m. Now from that, this particular block also I am calling this n, so this n will be called as a double. So double is catching n, so the method which you have declared as a double, which is catching as a double, will catch this. So C double m will catch this, and it will call again a integer type method, and from integer it will call again the default. So like this I have defined also, and this is the last method which is a little bit changed. I am catching first the integer then the double, and here itself I'm calling this nm, that is this method, and it will get initialized by this, and it will call again and again an uppermost methods. Now I have defined one of those 5 objects over here. C1 equals to new c, C2 equals to new c, that is an integer argument, and another is catching a double argument, another is catching integer comma double, and last one is catching integer double comma integer. Now I am printing the first object c1.i comma c1.j, right, c1.i comma c1.j. Now c1.i will be getting as a default constructor over here c1, so it will print 0 comma 0. Sorry, it will print 0 it will get initialized by 10 and 30.98, but it will print only c default. Okay, nothing will be printed else. It will get initialized by 10 comma 30.98 while creating that object actually, and it will print 10 comma 30.98 also. And c2.i c2.j will be getting the value while we are creating the c2 object, c2 equals to new c100. So the method of this it will call this, and it will get initialized I as m. So I will be the value of 100 here the I will be 100. So c2.i will be 100 and c2.j will be unchanged, so it will print the before that this particular value 30.98. and again I am printing c3.i, that will be 20.9 will be the value of double over here, and c3.j will be 20.9. and what will be the value of c3.i? So c3.i will be the default value, that is the previous value of that that is a default value actually, I guess. And that will be the default value. c3.i will be catching 20.9 as a double, and j will be initialized by m, so j will be getting 20.9, and that will be the thing. So c3.i will get the default value, and c3.j will get the 20.9, and here itself 20 and 20.09 will be called. So I as a 20 and 20.09. so from c4 you can see that this n will be called. So this n means this particular double method. So like this. So if we run this program, we will get to know more about this. So we run this program actually first. Now you can see that it's getting first C. Well, this is the output. This is one, then two, then three, then four, then five. These are the five objects we have created. So I have created the CC1 equals to new C. So CC1 equals to new C is happening over here. So it will be called as a C. Just it will print C, and it will take I as 10 and J as 30.98. So if we call this c1.i and c1.j, then it should print 10 and 30.98. So it is printed 10 and 30.98. It's good. Now we are calling cc2. So new c2 will catch the particular this method. I hope I have written that only. Yeah, it's catching one integer. So it will catch this and it will call this method. So c default will be printing, and then c int will be printing, and I will be initialized by m. So 100 will be initialized and j will be the default. So j will be catching the previous value 30.98 and 100. Like this, I have printed the another three methods c3.i, c3.j, that will catch the 10. So while catching the 10, because while creating that object particular c3, we are supplying 20.9 only. So c3, for the object c3, the value of j, value of double, will be 20.9, and the value of I will be the previous value, I guess. What is happening over here? 20 c3. So we are calling the method c3, that is a double, and this 10. So this 10 means integer will get initialized by 10 integer value here. So I will be getting value of m. So it will catch 10 as argument. So it will print 10 and 20.9. Like this, it will print 20 and 20.09 and 20.20.9 from c4 and c5 object. So while creating the c4 object over here, we get to know that c4 equals to new c and 20 and 20.09. So for printing c4.i, it will print as 20 and 20.09, and from c5.i, it will print but it is catching first double and then integer. So in this section, the c5, it will catch this n comma m. So I will be getting the value as I as m. So I will be getting the value of 20, I guess. Yeah, 20 and 20 and 20, and the double will be getting c5.j will be 20.9, like this. So this is a very conceptual problem. Actually, I have given an illustration, so you can watch this program very slowly and carefully. So I hope you would understand what is happening over this program, and you will get to know the details of this statement. We will be using this statement rapidly in our next tutorial, and this statement is very useful to call the particular method or particular variable of your class, which is declared as a non-static member in your class. So non-static member can be initialized by creating an object, and from that object, if you supply this dot I or this dot particular methods, then it will call those method which is declared in your program, in your class. So that is the uses of this statement, and I hope you have a better idea about this statement after watching this video. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and have a nice day.